Welcome everyone to today's webinar on utilising Store Connect marketing tools. I'm Virginia Gordon and I'm your host for today. I'm the Alliance and Growth Manager at Store Connect. I'd now like to introduce Todd Wheatman. He's our Client Success Manager. Welcome, Todd.
Thanks, Virginia. Hey guys, so today we're going to go over utilising Store Connect marketing tools. I'm not going to try and teach you SEO, but we will cover a little bit of the SEO fields that we make available to you to use. We're going to go over campaigns, promotions, analytics, merchant feed for Google and Facebook. We're going to touch on a buy now, or actually we're going to go use that quite a lot, the buy now feature, and the UTM tracking codes will show you how to use those as well. So let's start off in Salesforce. All right. So I'm in a store record, and to get there, I am starting from a Store Connect config app and using the stores tab. And I've opened up a partner webinar store. So this is basically the record where I've set the domain, etc. Now on this record, you can set some default SEO content. There's a section here called default SEO and site data. And there's a few fields. There's a meta title, meta keywords, meta description, and also social image. So the meta title is quite important. It's also known as a title tag, and it's a text that's displayed on your search results, like the search engine results page, but it's also used, it can be used for the tabs on your browser. So where you have a meta title for the page, it will show that up here. So I'm going to show you a demonstration of that in a sec, but also I want to just mention the social image. So social image is, it gives you the ability to choose what image you want to use for, say, a social post. So if you were sharing a post or linking to a page on your website, you can choose what image goes with that. If you don't have an image set, it will use your store's logo, which is up here. So one of the reasons why why would you use a social image if it's already got your logo there? Well, sometimes the logo isn't appropriate, or it's the wrong dimensions, like it's too long and thin, and it just doesn't fit well on, say, a Facebook page. So social image allows you to use maybe a more square image, something that's more appropriate to the actual post perhaps, or the actual page. So you can set these parameters up on any page, on any product category, and on any article. And going to go to a product here. Actually, I'll show you the page one just to give you an idea of what's there. So it's much the same. You've got the meta title, the meta keywords, the meta description, and social image for a page. So we'll go to a product. So this is a dark maroon tie. And we go down to search information. And you'll see the meta title has been set for this one, silky maroon tie. It hasn't got a description or keyword set or a social image. But there's a couple of other fields here of interest. There's the slug, and the slug is basically what makes up the end of the URL for the product. That's what the customer will see up here in the address bar. And including merchant feed is a checkbox which you turn on or off depending on whether you want this product in your merchant feed. And the merchant feed is something that you could use if you're setting up, say, Google Shopping. Let me give you an example. So I'll go do a Google search here for something I'm familiar with, because one of our clients uses or sells these, is CPAP machines. And you'll see these ads up here. These actually come from a merchant feed from the store, or the relevant store. So I'm going to click on this one that's kind of just over here, this Sove CPAP. And it actually will take me to their website. So that's actually taking me to their website and showing me their product. And that was linked to me via their merchant feed, which is available at this domain, and I'll go into that a little bit later. All right. So let's go back to Salesforce. All right, so we have this maroon product, and it's got a meta title, Silky Maroon Tie. The actual name of the product is Dark Maroon Tie. And so let's have a look at what happens when we go to the product. So it's got Dark Maroon Tie, but if you look at the title up on the browser tab, and hopefully you guys can see that, it says Silky Maroon Tie. And that's grabbing that directly from that meta title field in Salesforce. All right, so I just want to point that out because it's quite important that you guys can make good use of it when setting up a store. All right, so that's pretty much the SEO, the basic SEO fields. I want to go on now to campaigns. Now, what is a campaign? A campaign is an organized course of action to achieve a goal. So in regard to a business, you might have a campaign. We've got Christmas coming up. You might have a Christmas campaign where you're promoting certain types of products to get your sales up over the Christmas period. So Salesforce has an object out of the box called campaigns, and there's also a couple of other products that you could use like Pardot or Marketing Cloud. There's probably plenty of other third-party products out there that would do a similar thing. But what we're going to do is create a campaign in Salesforce, just using the standard campaign object. I'm just going to find it here in the app launcher. All right, so I've actually got one here called Christmas Specials, which I actually created yesterday. So let's have a look at, let's create a new one. We're going to call it Christmas 22 and activate it. So this is a standard campaign field in page layout. There's a bunch of fields here that you can use for collecting statistics about your campaign and its success. I'm not going to go into those. I'm just going to create the campaign. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to show you how you can get your customers on your website to sign up as a campaign member. So you'll see down here, there's a campaign member object that's related to the campaign, and it's currently empty. There's no campaign members. If you were to send out a newsletter or some sort of mailing for this campaign, you would send it to the campaign members. And then you could track, you should be able to track your members' engagement with your newsletter or mailing. So what we want our customers to do is sign up for this campaign, so they receive mailing, emails, promotions, etc. regarding Christmas 22. So we're going to go back to our store, and we're going to the related list. And if I scroll down a little bit, I find campaigns. Now, this store already has the Christmas specials campaign. That was last year. I'm going to remove that. And we're going to create a new one called Christmas 22 and connect it to our new campaign. And it's when they are asked if they want to join, they'll see this text. And I'm just going to change that. Oops. There you go. All right. So they're going to receive a message at checkout or when they complete checkout saying, hey, do you want to sign up for a Christmas campaign? And there's an option here to select, pre-select the opt-in. So they're already selected and they can unselect. People don't always like that. So I'm going to leave it unselected and give them the option. I can also add some information here if I wanted to, saying, we'll be sending out promotions all of December. All right, and we're going to save that. And effectively what I expect now is when I go through a checkout as a customer or a new customer, it's going to ask me, hey, sign up for our Christmas promotion, and we'll be sending you promotions all of December. All right. So that's a campaign. Now, what I also want to do as part of this campaign is a promotion. So I want to offer a 10% discount on orders if they buy specific products. So promotions are activities that support or encourage a cause, venture, or goal, and that goes along with our goal of selling extra merchandise or product, whatever it is, over the Christmas period. So this promotion we're going to set up, and I'm going to do that from the promotions object. So in the app launcher, I'm just going to type in promo. You'll see promotions down here. And I've got one there for free shipping. I'm going to create a new promo. This one's going to be, what I'm going to do is say, hey, if you buy a green tie, green's a very Christmassy color. If you buy a green tie, we're going to give you 10% off your entire order. So we're going to call this promotion Green Tie Special. We're going to assign it to our partner store. We're going to give it a promo code of green 10. And I can assign it to my Christmas 22 campaign so that it links any order that comes in where someone's used this promotion or promo code. It's going to link to that Christmas 22 campaign, which helps me track and monitor the success of the campaign. And I'm going to say that this, just for the sake of this demo, I'm going to say it started at the 1st of October. I probably in real life would set this for December. I don't need an end date, but I'm going to set it for the 31st of December. And I'm not going to put any limits on it. You could set up multiple promotions, and you could set how many you can use it. So you go, okay, the first 100, you can set a limit of 100. I'm just going to save it as that. So I've created a promotion, but I haven't told this promotion what it is or what to do. So going to the related list, I see a couple of objects here: promotion actions and promotion scopes are the main ones that I'm interested in. Promotion credits is just a list of all the orders or all the times that this promotion code was used. And we obviously haven't got any of those yet, but a promotion action needs to be set up. So pressing on new, I'm going to decide what is the action for this promotion. And I've decided that I want to apply a discount to the entire order if it includes a green tie. So I'm going to pick this one here, the second one. And the qualifying quantity is 1 tie. You only have to buy 1 tie to get this promotion. The calculation type is a percentage, and it's 10% discount I'm offering. If you set an amount, like you wanted a flat amount of, say, $5 off your order, you would just change that to amount, and you would use the amount field and press put in 5 for $5. I'm going to save that action. All right, so we now have a promotion that has an action, but it's talking about this scoped item. So the cart or the order needs to include a scoped item for this promotion to be effective or to be available for the customer. So let's go back to our promotion and go to the related list, and you'll see promotion scope. So I'm going to create the scope. And for this one here, I'm just going to include a single product, which is the green necktie. I could scope the promotion to an entire brand, meaning that if you buy anything from that brand, you qualify for the discount, or any product that lives within a certain category, or any product that lives in a specific price book. We could also scope promotions to, have you got a membership? And if so, this promotion is valid for you. You can also assign a promotion directly to an account or a contact. So there's multiple ways that you could use promotions. But what we're going to do is, if you buy a green tie, you get a discount. I'm going to save that scope. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to our store, and I'm going to buy a red tie as well. I'm just going to add that to my cart. And then just go back to my page here. So I've got the green tie. Now I got an email saying, hey, if you buy a green tie, you get 10% off the whole order. I go, well, I need a couple of ties. I should just buy a green tie because I want that 10%. So I go, okay, oh, I don't have the discount yet. I've got to enter the promo code, of course. So I enter the promo code, which was on the email, which was green 10. I press apply. And you'll see here the green tie special. I've now got $9 off my order because the whole order was $90. 10% obviously is $9. Now, if I decided that, you know what, I really don't need a green tie. I just really want the red one. I'm just going to go back to my cart and I'm just going to remove the green tie. You see that I've lost my discount. We'll just go through the checkout process and you'll see that no discount. There's no green tie. And that's effectively how that type of promotion works. All right, so I've covered off campaigns and promotions. I'll come back to promotions in a sec and demo something else in regard to that. But I want to also, because this is to do with marketing tools, I want to touch on analytics. A lot of people use Google Analytics or other type of analytics platforms. I want to show you how you can get that working in Store Connect. So from Salesforce, I want to add the script that Google or who I'm using has given me to put on my website. And they usually tell you to put it in the head content of the website on every page. And to do that, and the easiest way to do that is create what's called a script block. So a script block can be found in the app launcher. And I've actually got one here. I'm just going to delete that so I can create a new one for you. All right. So I'm going to press new. And I'm going to give it a name. This one here we'll call Google Analytics as well. And I'm assigning this to the specific store that it's for. And if you have multiple script blocks on a store, you can set the position of which one you want to load or run first. I'm just going to ignore that because we're just going to have the single one. If you had a script in an external location, you could put the URL there for your script. But I actually have the code. I've gone into my Google account and they've given me the code. I've copied it. I'm going to paste it into this content field. There you go. So you'll notice it's got these script tags. Because it's a script block, it knows it's a script. You actually don't need those. I'm going to remove those and press save. All right, so what that effectively is going to do now is on my website, in the head content, whenever I load any page, that Google Analytics script's going to run and it's going to collect the information and pass it to my Google account. I don't have anything else to show you on that, but if you wanted to, you could go and visit your page source and you could find that script there and you can confirm that it's working, but you could also do that by logging into your Google account. All right, let's move on. I want to touch on a Google Merchant Feed. So the Google Merchant Feed, as I showed you before, allows you to grab your products from your store and publish them in, say, Google Shopping. And we also have a Facebook feed, which you can use for your Facebook store. And it means that you don't have to necessarily maintain 2 sets of data or 3 sets of data. You just maintain the 1 set of data in Salesforce for your online store. And that feed gets updated regularly and Google will grab that and use that to publish your products online on their search results within Google Shopping. So I want to just remind you how to set this up. So we go back to a product. Let's find our tie. All right, so we've got a product record. Just going to find the search information. So we've got include in merchant feed is ticked, turned on. The other thing you need to know, if you go to our help article, just going to do a search for Google merchant feed. There are minimum requirements for a product to show up in the merchant feed. So you can read them here on help article, but the product must be active. It must, must be available to sell. It must have a price. It needs an image, and it must have a meta title as well. The price obviously needs to be greater than 0. There's a few others, but you can have a look at there. Most of them are common sense. And what will happen is Store Connect will generate this file, google.xml, on this path and update that regularly each day. And Google will just come and grab it and keep your stock up to date on their side. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go into our website and remove the end of the URL and add on the merchant feed google.xml, press enter, and you'll see that it's downloaded a file. So that file is what you will point Google to, or Facebook to. The Facebook one is much the same, but it's merchant feed Facebook. And what it looks like is something like this. This is just a merchant feed with a single product. If you had 1,000 products, it would just list them all one after the other. And so you've got the Salesforce ID, you've got a title, which is the name of the product, any other data that's on the product in regard to where the image is stored. So what is the image? Is it in stock? How much is it? Product code, the description. And because we've got shipping set up in this store, it's also can recognize that you could ship it to Canada, standard shipping for $5, or Canada express shipping for $25. The reason it says Canada is because that's the shipping I've set up. That's the only shipping I've got for the store. And that's basically your Google merchant feed. And the Facebook feed looks much the same. All right. So now I want to get on to what's called a buy button. Now, while we're in documentation, I'm going to take us to buy button document or help article. Now, buy button is literally a link. You can make it into a button, or you can put the link anywhere on any website, on any article or post or email, anywhere. You could put what's called, well, what we're calling a buy button. And it will, if a customer clicks on it, or a potential customer clicks on that link, it will take them straight to your store. It will add the product or products that are included in the link to the cart, including the quantities that you've specified, and basically get them ready so they can check out. So I've got a couple of examples that I want to show you. Now this one's just a basic. I'll just open up a new tab. Now hopefully you guys can see that. So partnerwebinar.storeconnectdemo.com is the domain of the store. And then it's got this cart, and then it's got the product, and the product can be either the Salesforce ID, the slug, or the product code. I've got the slug. And then there's :1, which means quantity 1. And I could change that to 2 if I wanted to. Now, if I go to that URL, so I click on the link that's on an email that you sent me with this link, I just press on that. You remember I just had the red tie in my cart before. It's now added 2 emerald green cotton neckties. And to demonstrate this even better, I'm just going to empty my cart. All right, I'm going to go back to my link. And what I'm going to do this time is, because I already know the email address of the customer or the person that I'm sending the email to, I'm going to dynamically add in their email address to the link. So let's create a new link. So I've got the link that I had before with, I've only got the 1 necktie in this one, but I've added a parameter, email equals, and I've added an email address, support at webinar, plus webinar at getstoreconnect.com. And what that's going to do is not only add the green tie to my cart, but it's automatically filled out the email address field for me with, I must have made a mistake with a little error there. There you go. It didn't like the plus in my email address, and most email addresses wouldn't have a plus. All right. So that's how that works. Now, I want to should take this even further. Remember, we set up a promo code. So I'm going to add the promo code to the link. So I'm going to empty my cart, just to give it fresh. And I'm going to start with a new link. Now, this one here, it's got the email address and code equals green 10, which is the promo code for the promo that we created earlier. So if I click on that link that was on an email that you guys sent me, it will remember. I should fix that. Support plus webinar at getstoreconnect.com is my email address, and it's automatically entered the promo code for me. So I don't have to worry about that. I get the discount straight away. I can just go through and complete the checkout. Now, you can actually fill out this entire form for the customer if you have the data. So if you have all the data in the contact record, and you can dynamically create the link using whatever Salesforce email template that you use, or whatever platform you use, if it's got access to the data, if you look at our documentation, you'll see there's a number of parameters, but you've got the name, or you can have first name and last name as separate parameters, email, phone, street, city, state, country, postcode. You can create the entire, fill out the entire form with those fields. So I'm going to come back to that, but I want to also include UTM tracking codes in my link. So let me show you what a UTM tracking code is. So we go back to our help articles, and I'm just going to type in UTM. So we have an article here that just describes briefly what UTM tracking codes are. And basically, they're used to track the source or the purpose of an email or whatever it is that has got the customer to come to your store and do a checkout or buy a product. So there are five main parameters, and we've also got this extra one we've added called token. But the 5 main parameters that come with UTM codes and are recognized by Google Analytics, so you can set it up that Google Analytics would be able to track this as well based on these UTM codes. You can set up a UTM campaign, content, medium, source, and term. And the way that you would use this is you would say, okay, well, this is the Christmas campaign. So let's add the UTM campaign to our URL. And we want to know from that campaign, well, what was the source of them arriving and buying the products? And so we're going to also use the UTM source, and we're going to add them to our buy now button. So let me just create that link. All right, so I'm just going to go back to our store. I'm just going to clean out that cart. All right, so we've got a fresh cart. Now, hopefully you guys can see this. So we've got the buy now link with the product, the quantity, the email address, the promo code, and then we've also got UTM source is the green, we've called it green email. You can call it whatever you want. The green tie email, and also UTM campaign is Christmas 22, because we wanted to know, okay, what campaign contributed to this order, and specifically, what was it that we sent out that they responded to and bought the green tie or used the green tie special. So we're going to click on that link that's on the email that I received. It's going to take us to the store. It's going to add the green tie to the cart. We get the discount. Obviously, we can continue shopping if we want. But I'm going to fill out this because it wasn't filled out for me. I should have fixed that. I'm going to add my address, and because I've set this up for Canada, I'm just going to pretend I'm in Canada, and I'll go through the checkout. All right, I'll select shipping. All right, I've set up a pay later option so I don't have to enter a credit card. I'll complete the purchase. All right. So the purchase is complete, and you'll see here it's asking me to set up a password for my account, which I'd like to do so I can log in later and see my orders, track my orders, etc. But if you remember earlier, we set up a campaign and the ability for a customer to sign up as a member to a campaign. Now, I've already received this email. That's why I clicked on the link. So technically, I'm probably already a member of this campaign, but for the demonstration, I've got the option here to sign up to receive promotions for Christmas from us. So I go, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll sign up to that and save my password for my account. All right, so that's done. So what we've effectively done is we've ordered the tire because we were offered a great discount, and we've signed up for future promotions. And I want to go back to Salesforce and show you what we have here. So if you remember in the store, we had the campaign set up. If we actually go to that campaign, you'll see now campaign members has 1 member. It was empty before that. Let's have a look at it. And you'll see that's me. So I've been added as a campaign member because I ticked that little box and said, yeah, sign me up. All right. What I also want to show you is the order that came in. We'll go to the orders object. And we'll see on today's date, the most recent order. So you'll see there's a product in here for $45. You'll see the promotion discount of minus $4.50 and the cost of shipping for $5. My payments come through of $0 because I said I'll pay later. There's a shipment record, getting ready for it to ship from the Sydney gym, where one of our stock locations. And you'll see here order campaigns. So I've actually got a couple here. And the reason why is, if you remember earlier, I had the original link was green email and I changed it to green tie email because I've been practicing earlier for this webinar. I checked out that link, and because I didn't complete a checkout at that point, it still remembered my session that I had actually clicked on that link. And so it's stored in here, the UTM campaign and UTM source. So it's actually recorded both. So it knows that the Christmas 22 campaign and specifically the green tie email is what got me to the store and to complete the checkout. But it also knows that prior to that, there was another thing that got me to the store, and I might not have completed the checkout at that time, but it contributed to the end product, right? So you can actually have multiples of these. Like you could have someone that goes to Facebook and clicks on a link and ends up in the store and checks it out, doesn't really buy anything, but maybe thinks about it. And then they're looking somewhere else and something comes up on, say, Google search, and they click on it and they go back to your website and they mess around and they add a few things to the cart, but they don't complete the checkout. And then a few days later, you send them an email saying, hey, 10% off if you buy a green tie. And they basically come along and go to your website and they complete the checkout. All of those UTM codes will, whether it be the source be Facebook or Google or the green tie email that we sent, they will all be listed here. So you can see that they've all contributed to this person actually completing the checkout, which is pretty cool. You'll also see here the promotion credit record, which shows for each product or each product that you get a discount on, what promotion was applied to the cart. So I think I've covered everything. We've gone through. Let me just double check. We'll go through here again. Just wait for that to load. Not sure why it's taking so long. Let me try that again. Technical difficulties. All right. So we've gone through the search engine optimization fields on the objects. You've got the store, the pages, articles, products, and product categories. We've touched on campaigns. You can set up multiple campaigns for different purposes. And then you can get your customers to sign up to those campaigns at checkout. We've created a promotion for a 10% discount if you buy a green tie. We've added an analytics code to our site so we can track things in Google Analytics. We've checked out our Google merchant feed and added a product to that so that Google can promote that for us. We've created a few buy now buttons and played around with that a little bit. And we're going to put that in our email that goes out for our Christmas 22 campaign. And we've added UTM tracking codes to our buy now link so that we know that when someone pressed on that link and bought something, that's how they got to the store and completed the checkout. So we've covered those. That's all I have. If you have any questions about anything that I've covered, make sure you email us at support@getstoreconnect.com and we'll be able to help you out. I'll hand you back over to Virginia.
Great. Thanks very much, Todd. So to end off, I'd like to cover our certification program. So Store Connect is a very large product and we'd love for you to learn it. So if you visit help.getstoreconnect.com and type in certification into the search, you'll find that page there. We've got 2 levels. And then you can start building your store now per the checklist and get your administrator certification rapidly. Thanks for attending today and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.